So recently, I did a reaction to some Honkai Star Rail trailers. One of them was the Rondo across countless Kalpas. The other, let's see, what is it called here? Was called Kyoden, a cleave across the transient world. Now, both of these involve Black Swan. Not Black Swan, I'm sorry, Acheron. One of them involves Black Swan. And I was completely confused with that second one, the Kyoden one. Because it looked like it dealt with a lot of the backstory with Acheron, but it was kind of muddied, and I didn't quite understand exactly what was going on until some people in my comments section explained it to me. But before that, Celia actually pointed out that in the Rondo across countless Kaplas, in the description, they tell you the story of what's going on with like entire like Black Swan's not Black Swan when when Black Swan is getting wrecked here by Acheron, and then she's going through the that's a perfect way to stop it. Just so I'm just gonna read this just to help prepare us for just how deep we're gonna go into the lore. Now, here's what it says. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight this so it'll be easier for you to follow along with me. The dual planets were intertwined in each other's tragic destiny, dancing an eternal rondo around a pitch-black great sun. In the beginning, one of the planets gave rise to humans. These people looked. Oops. These people look. Okay, I screwed that up. These people looked down and named the land below Izumo. These people looked up and named the world above Takamagahara. I hope I didn't butcher that. One day, uninscribed in the annals, the Yaoyorozu no Kami descended from Takamagahara. We're just going to refer to him as Kami from now on, and Kami, I believe, is translated to God. These demonic beasts, named Kami, overturned the skies, burned the rivers and oceans, and scattered the land. People realized in horror that it was not an invasion for rulership, dominance, or plunder. The evil Kami came to kill. As the planet stood on the brink of death, Izumo embarked on the Kami slaying journey, exhausting the might of the entire planet to slay the calamity, sovereign of revelation, and forging the very first edict edge using the bestial body. Giving the Kami a taste of their own medicine, the wielder of these swords can recite the mantra contained within the blade to master the divine power of Takamagahara and use to combat the evil the Kami to save the masses. From then on, Izumo started its long and arduous crusade, exchanging inordinate lives lost for the fall of the Kami after another, scattering countless mortal blades to forge the 12 Sentinels. In the merciless fight for survival, Izumo used the might of the Edict Edges to light up their uncivilized world of darkness, and in less than 10 Amber Eras. An Amber Era is, I don't think it's defined how long an Amber Era is. It could be anywhere from like 30 years to 100 years. So this is going to be like a few centuries, right? Building cities of dazzling neon lights. That distant Takama divine realm, once so far away, became so close within the reach. Yet history suddenly stopped there. The existence of the two planets instantly evaporated, disappearing into nothingness. Nowadays, the past of the border planet Izumo can only be gleaned from the scattered whispers of the universe. Academics hold various views regarding the disappearance, but none can solve the mystery. Izumo's history should have been a long flowing river, but it was severed in one cut, and all in the past and future voided the emptiness of the shore. Did it ever exist, and was it no more than a fabricated story? Did its histories never occur? And it ran aground on the beach of reverse causation. Was it yet another appalling experiment by Dr. Primitive, or was it a sign of the veracity returning from the end of the cosmos? Only that pitch-black great sun knows the answer, yet they remain silent, never speaking. Because everything that had happened will one day regress to the end, and everything that has ended is guaranteed to happen again. The universe undergoes an eternal recurrence under their shadow, and Izumo is nothing more than the footnote of the ellipsis. So, in short, there were two planets. Izumo, and at first I thought Izumo was a person. No, Izumo's a planet. Izumo and Takamahara are two planets going around the same black sun. Takamahara, the people living there, or the demons that were on that planet, invaded Izumo, killing its people. They fought back. They created 12 swords, I think from the bodies. Like, yeah, from the. Okay, the Calamities are, and forging their very first bistro is using this bistro body. Yeah, they slayed some being that was invading them, and used his body to craft their weapons. And they used that to fight back the Takamahara, or the Kami, but they were losing countless lives. It's like they were throwing wave after wave after wave at their own people just to fight back. And even though they were winning, they were kind of slowly dying off. And then all of a sudden, we don't know what happened to their history. It just kind of disappeared. The planet, I don't think anybody could go to the planet. It's a dead planet. They mentioned Dr. Primitive, who we know is somebody from the Genius Society. I don't know what his deal is. And the Ferocity is an Aeon that just wants to eat everything. They kind of mentioned that the sun, they might be sentient. So we don't know what's going on with the sun itself. So that gives us a little bit more insight as to what happened with this other reaction I have with all these swords. You know, like these, like here. Oh, hold up. That's like one sword that's just. Where at first I just thought like these swords were sentient, but they're being wielded by people. Like this guy's sword just got a one shot a dragon. That's bam. That's nuts, right? And so this is about the war between the two planets, but I still don't quite get what's going on. So two people in my comment section, started talking about it. From Shinru949, he mentioned the whole trailer in Acheron's past is a reference to Honkai Impact 3rd, another Honkai Impact 3rd parallel world within the Hoyo universe. Now, if you don't know, this is Honkai Star Rail that we're playing. That we're seeing these trailers for. And there's another game called Honkai Impact 3rd. It's already been determined that these games are kind of connected. Like they're like a multiverse, different universes. But these are different universes kind of like in the same like multiverse. Kind of like think of the Marvel with the multiverse. And you go into a different multiverse, like, oh, there's a Captain America in this universe, and there's a different Captain America in this universe, except this one has a goatee. Like, I'm in this universe, but then in that universe, I might have a full head of hair. You know, that kind of thing, that kind of multiverse. And Honkai Impact 3rd and Honkai Impact and Honkai Star Rail are kind of like that. In fact, the only character that we know of that is from both games is here, Welt. We know that he is from Honkai Impact 3rd, and he traveled to Honkai Star Rail. But he's the only one that we know of that's actually made that trip. Now, I thought that it might be possible that Acheron here might be similar to Welt, because there is a character in Honkai Impact 3rd called Right on May. But she has the horns. Acheron used to have the horns, but they're clearly two different people. But there is some connection there somehow. And we're going to get into that. So, in Honkai, okay, so he said that the lore in the past is a reference to Honkai Impact 3rd, right? Each sword parallels or Hershashar, can't pronounce that word. What this is in Honkai Impact 3rd, they're like demigods. Like really powerful beings. I'm going to call them demigods from now on. So each sword parallels a demigod, and their authorities are, first, truth and reason, which Welt, okay, there's like multiple Welts, but apparently Welt was this first one, and he actually is in both universes now. And then the sky, which is the void, howl, thunder, mist, wind, so on and so forth. So each sword that's mentioned here, and talking about all these swords, is a reference to one of the demigods in the other game. And then we have origin, which represents humanity, finality, which is the end of time itself. Wait, no, we want to read more. And then, and he admits that he doesn't get all of the references, but definitely these two are linked. So the events that happen in Honkai Impact Third are sort of happening in Honkai Star Rail. So if you're a fan of that game, you are probably really nerding out watching this trailer. And here we have somebody else, H Dono 8545, who goes far deeper into it. Okay, so I'm going to try to skim this a little bit. He says, okay, the two planets orbiting the Black Sun, Izumo and Tagamagara, heaven planet. Izumo is where Acheron is from. Okay, so Izumo, Acheron is from there. That's the planet that got invaded. And there is a theory that the other planet might have been attacked by Nanook, which is the Aeon of Destruction, and Star Rail, who puts Stellarons into planets to try to kill, wipe out the entire civilization. It's complete genocide. We've already ran into that a few times in Star Rail. Or it might be Nine, who's another Aeon, but these are just theories. What we do know is that after they slew the first big bad leader, called, the Sovereign of Revelation, they formed an edict as they slew the, and that's when they got the weapons. They originally had 70,033 weapons, which they broke down into 12, which represents those demigods, and then went into 2, and then went into 1, which is what this weapon that Acheron uses. After they won, they thought everything finally ended, and they locked and sealed the 12 weapons, which ended up breaking. Once it broke, the Tamagora egg, Heaven, Kami, guys, once again decided to attack, which by the end of all the 12 swords, there were only 2 left. Okay, so here they talk about, Acheron's planet won, but then we don't know anything about history. Here, in this trailer, it continues on after that. It's like they locked with the swords, but apparently they broke out. The enemies started their invasion again. And Acheron, who wielded Origin, which is like that one blade that, not Origin, was it Origin or not? Which is that one blade that she made from the tears, or her bloody tears, helped defeat all the enemies. But when she uses that sword, her hair turns white, which might be her true self. And her black-haired version is like a different kind of personality, different person. It's kind of referencing here that when she fought Sam in Star Rail, she never unsheathed her sword. She only used her sheath to fight Sam. Whenever she takes the sword out of the sheath, her hair goes white. And it just pretty much goes on that during the fight, like, so many people died. It affected Acheron like so much that she might have fallen to nihility, which is 9, the Aeon of Nihility, which is where she started losing her memory, which is why she's kind of forgetful. But she only remembers after she takes out the sword. And then, he keeps going on and on, but a lot of it is theory crafting. But yeah, I wouldn't have known any of this if my comment section didn't just straight up tell me. So if you're into Honkai Impact 3rd, you must be loving this. For me, I'm just deeply confused. I mean, I might try to look up some Honkai Impact 3rd lore videos, if there are any good ones. If you guys know any good ones to help catch me up in the story, that'd be great. My concern is this Acheron really from this universe? I think she is, since Rada May seems like be a different character. But since the events are so close to what happened in Honkai Impact 3rd, it's like I don't know. It's like my brain is being cooked just trying to fathom all this nerd stuff. But hey, I just wanted to talk about it. And you know what, everybody, I really do appreciate. Hold up. I really do appreciate the 4.6K views I got on this reaction. I didn't think it was ever going to be that popular. Maybe a lot of people wanted to see reactions to, you know, Black Swan getting completely wrecked by Acheron. Perhaps. But hey, thanks a lot for that. And you know what? I saw this. I just wanted to nerd out a little bit with you guys. That's all I got to say on that. If you have any more information, let me know. I would love to know more of this nerd stuff. I love this lore stuff. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later.